Hello, YouTube land. How are you?
We interrupt this program with breaking news.
Justin Trudeau needs to do the right thing for Canada and resign.
Yeah, no hello.
Keep on trucking for a free world.
A crazy few months it's been. It's been super busy with the property swap, as I explained in last video there, that I sold a property, bought another property, and basically living the nomad life again with my van, actually 2 vans, 3 vans, 4 vans. They all have a purpose. One of them my cats are actually living in right now, and one of them I'm living in, and the other one is just my party van, because, you know, you can never have too many vans. And then I have a daily driver van and a parts van for the daily driver van. And even a van trailer. Anyways.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
What the hell's going on in this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful country with a terrible, horrible government in power? Some great news on that front. I have never seen a leading party's poll number so low as Justin Trudeau's Liberals are right now. They are 20 points below the Conservatives. If there was an election today, the Conservatives would very likely have a majority government. Not even just a minority, a majority government. And, you know, of course, Trudeau doesn't want to call it an election now. He called 2 elections within 2 years because he thought he was going to get a majority government, and of course he didn't. He got his minority again, and it was a total waste of taxpayers' money to call that election, but he was trying to grab even more power. And of course now, when the mood in this country, people want to get rid of Trudeau, including Liberals all over the place. They've had enough too.
Living in Justin Trudeau's Canada, it's a never-ending hallucinogenic, surreal dream. Justin Trudeau's mode of governance is to top each scandal with a bigger scandal, and he's really good at that. So it's like literally virtually for the entire course of his governance, there's just been one scandal after another, and what happens is the newest one obliterates the previous ones in the imaginations of Canadians. And I mean, in the last 2 weeks alone, he managed to go to the G20, to alienate the Prime Minister of India, to start a trade war with India, to make the Indian government so irritated they decided not to give visas to Canadians anymore. And he did that to maintain his idiot coalition with the narcissist in Canada, Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the Socialists, who is just as bad as Trudeau and lacks his intelligence, which is a really pretty dismal insult, let me tell you. And then he called a whole sequence of protesters across Canada who are parents, led mostly by Muslims who are quite traditionalist. He called them misogynists and bigots, just like he did the trucker convoy. And then he set up the circumstance so that while Zelensky was there, there was a literal Nazi, SS Nazi yet, so like the best kind of Nazi, let's say, addressing the Canadian House of Parliament. And then when he apologized, because he eventually did, he really didn't take any responsibility, and he offered his own speaker as a sacrificial lamb. It's like, and that was just last week. And
Justin Trudeau is very unpopular because he's an authoritarian Nazi. And what does a Nazi do? A Nazi calls the people who stand up to him Nazis. And that's what he did.
Of course, now when we actually want an election, Trudeau is not going to call one because he knows he's going to lose. In fact, I mean, if the poll numbers keep dropping for the Liberals as they have been over the last few weeks, I mean, the Liberals might not even be in opposition power after the next election. Hell, it'd be nice to see them just lose their official party status altogether. So that's the good news. The bad news, which is apparently happening in countries all around the world, in the States, Canada, and overseas. There's a lot of rumors about lockdowns and mandates and things like that coming back. But the mood, I mean, if you ask me, the mood is no way. I mean, people that complied before realized they were had, and a lot of people are just saying they're never going to do that again. And I don't think that the governing party, being the Liberals, and at least federally, have much of an appetite to drop their approval rating even farther if they were to bring in some sort of new mandates. But local governments and provincial governments, on the other hand, you never know. Apparently here in BC, they're bringing back mask mandates for some healthcare settings and stuff like that. Anyways, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of talk, but there's a lot of pushback happening before anything's even happened. So I think honestly that our leaders, no matter what country you're in, are looking at the mood of the general populace and kind of hesitant to bring all that back again. I don't know. I'm not going to wear the tinfoil hat like some people are who are claiming there's going to be all the same lockdowns and mandates again. I think if that happens, they're going to come up with another big scare. They're going to have to scare people a lot more than they did last time to justify bringing any of that BS back. You know, I, for one, will never comply. I don't care if it's a bubonic plague. I'm not going to comply with that bullshit, especially not for a cold. And I'm still waiting for the first wave. It hasn't really happened, let's be honest. And I'm just working my 9-to-5er as well, keeping busy because I need a little structure. I can't just sit on my butt and do nothing. So I'm having a great time here and loving the island life. Still doing the commute to the mainland back and forth for various other purposes and for another business. But yeah, everything's great. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry I haven't been on much lately, but I do want to get back on YouTube more often. And, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see a little more of the stuff I used to talk about, like the van stuff and what's going on with that. But I'm also, of course, going to keep abreast with what's going on politically and with all the BS, like the last few years, what's been going on. So if that starts to creep back in, you better believe I'm going to be very vocal about it. I mean, let's just all have a drink and celebrate Trudeau's downfall, because this is great. Liberals everywhere, all over social media, every platform, you name it, are expressing their frustration and their disappointment and their regret for voting for the Liberals, and they're not going to do it again. So it is fantastic to see even the 18 to 35-year-old, the young demographic, the Conservatives are in the lead in every demographic, but even young people have had enough of Trudeau, and they're taking a liking to Pierre. So that's fantastic news. I think that the Liberal Party is going to oust Trudeau before he does any more damage to the party before an election is called. That's my prediction. I don't think it's going to help them. I think it's still a lost cause for them at this point. The Canadians have had enough, and more people voted for the Conservatives in the last two elections than they did for the Liberals. But that's a subject for another video. The way first past the post system works, and if a bunch of people in Toronto vote for the Liberals, even if the rest of the country hate the Liberals will still win. That's basically how it works, right? So the good news is the Conservatives have the popular vote and the ridings that are necessary to win the federal election, at least how it looks right now. And we're talking every pollster across Canada. Every pollster shows the Conservatives in a massive lead, and the Liberals are free falling right now. So you can say what you want about polls, but most of these pollsters have been very accurate for the last few federal elections here in Canada. We might finally be actually witnessing a big national wake-up call here. People are just saying, okay, we've had enough. This is not working. The price of everything is doubled and tripled, and inflation is through the roof, and like everything is so expensive now.
Hi, welcome to Canada. Unaffordable housing is right this way. Hello, welcome to Canada. Inflation's at an all-time high. Yeah, shawarma plates are like 20 bucks. Yeah, I know, yeah. Hello, welcome to Canada. Average cost of a 2-bedroom apartment is $2,700. Nothing's available. Good luck. Yeah, keep going. Hello, welcome to Canada. Our news is censored now. No one really understands fully what that means. It all happened really quick. Yeah. Hi, welcome to Canada. Oh, refugee? Yeah. Here's your blanket and Walmart gift card. Thanks. Have a good one. Yeah. Hello, welcome to Canada. Oh, you're Canadian. Welcome back. Things feel different now. You'll see.
And all Trudeau does is add more and more taxes and more regulations to everything. We need less government for more freedom. That's what it comes down to. And that's why I've always been leaning to the right. I'm a little more libertarian than anything else. And government needs to get the hell out of the way. It seems that millions of other people from all across the political spectrum are basically agreeing with my views. Keep on rocking, everyone. We'll talk to you real soon. I promise.